a lake called Mavora Lakes. There's two of them. This is the southern lake, and they're joined by a little stream that flows through to the northern lake. Massive expanse of water and full of browns and rainbows. Lakes, I think, particularly the South Island, are underutilised because they tend to fish the rivers mainly. But these are fantastic fisheries in their own right. So what I've got today, we're going to use a 6-weight, which is virtually in New Zealand. There's a bit like Tamworth, has got two types of music. New Zealand's got a 9-foot and a 6-weight, and that's what you use the whole way through, whether rivers or lakes and things like that, because the fish are just so big. So on that, I've got a royal, like a humpy, and probably about 3 or 4 feet underneath, I've got one of the, like a nymph as well. So we'll hopefully spot some of these fish. It's a little bit hard as this wind picks up, put some ripple on, but we'll get into some quiet corners. Should be able to see the fish cruising, and they'll take either the dry or nymph. So that's the plan anyway. So we'll duck around there out of the wind a bit and hopefully show you a couple of fish out of Mavora Lakes. Here's one coming over. Oh, has he got it? Yes, and he has. That's great. I mean, that's what we're looking for. We're walking along here. It's very similar to like bone fishing, and you'll see things that might be black or dark or brown or just something a little bit unnatural, and you've got to treat them all like as if they're a fish. And that one, it just looked different. And yeah, you throw it over, there's a lot of false alarms. You'll throw it over and it's not a fish or whatever, but when it is one you see move, that's when it gets pretty exciting. When he actually takes the fly, that's even more exciting. Why wouldn't you come and fish these lakes? And that was on the dry as well. They've just got to be opportunistic feeders. They'll just cruise around all these places. Whatever's there, if it's a blowfly on the top or a beetle or a nymph, they've got to grab hold of it. These long leaders, you wind him through, get his head up, and bang, in the net. Good. Great little fish, so a great start to that. And on the dry, it'll be easy. Yeah, three, oh, there you go, 4 pound. That's a good fish, good fish. In a lake like this on a dry fly, it's hard to beat. In Great Nick, that's a great lake trout from Mavora Lakes. We'll get him into some clear water. And he's good to go. Shove off. There we go. Oh! Oh, and he's got it. Whoa, well, that was magnificent. Oh, well, after that last break off, swapping to that blowfly, that's I even threw a little hissy fit, which I don't normally do either. But this was magnificent. We could see him. It's a little bit hard, and it's hard going in this too. I'm about up to the old fella in silt here, and I could just see. Well, he's a good fish. Just see his tail as he was just cruising along there. And they're pretty much like, in a situation like this, they're going to be like seagulls, in McDonald's. If it's a chip or a bit of hamburger, they're going to eat it. So that was good. We've gone with the blowy, and he liked it, which is good. It's not all about catching fish, but it just makes it much more fun when you do. And these always, over this bank here, always has browns. You have some thumpers too, and I guess they do. Like in season, in the summer, you would have cicadas all through it, off these beech trees and things. So that was good. If you lift that rod and you have a good bit of weight on it, makes it ideal. Oh, that's a bit better, a little bit firmer ground. So that's good. Hard to see in this mud and that silt, but we'll get that net under him. Beautiful. You can just see just this little blowy. If you see it, I mean, we obviously sell them in the shop, but it looks so fluorescent. Oh, I might even have to weigh him. He'd be, oh, I don't really care. He's 4 1/4. But stunning fish, Mavora Lake, beautiful. Thanks, mate. Fantastic. Such a beautiful fish. You see that the depth in that back. It's a big, strong, powerful fish in good nick, plenty of food, magnificent environment, and it's just sensational. And that's why you fly fish. When things are not working, it doesn't really matter, I guess. It's not life-threatening or anything like that. But when you make a few changes and it alters things and it makes the fish take, and you can get a fish like that, it's absolutely magnificent. So that's why I do it. Absolutely brilliant.